Welcome on in, everyone, to Let's Talk Utes. Utah is coming off a dominant Week 1 victory versus UCLA. They get the home opener now versus FCS team Cal Poly. Cal Poly 1-0, not a bad FCS team, kind of a dominant win in their first game. Landon, start us off here. What are you thinking about with this Cal Poly game?
I mean, there's so much to like about what Utah's offense did week one. I think the main thing I'm looking for is just seeing a continuation of that in week two and even expanding potentially the passing game. Like Dampier's been very vocal. He says, I'm going to do whatever gives us the best chance of winning, whether that's running, whether that's passing. But I do think Cal Poly, especially with Utah's offensive line, this is a chance to really build some confidence in your receivers and build some confidence in Devin Dampier's passing game. Because the protection should be very good, and you would have to think just athletically, these receivers should be able to get separation against Cal Poly. So I'd go into this game definitely looking for Utah to probably throw, 30, 40 times in this game. So I think that's something for sure to keep your eye on.
Yeah, that's like the big takeaway I think I want to see is just more opportunities for the wide receivers to get some more reps. I'd love to see more Tobias Mayweather and Larry Simons, Creed Whittemore, anybody really that's available. That's a big one. And then I think the next one is honestly just continuing to sharpen the defensive side of the ball. I mean, we're obviously giving up 10 points to UCLA is a great thing, but I would love to see just a little bit of the defensive tackles just get that experience and have a really good game.
Yeah, totally agree about the passing game. I don't think Utah's really at risk of losing this game. This is, like a bye game, like an easy FCS game. This is the time when you need those live reps against another team to really see what you have at receiver. I think Utah should play a lot of different guys at receiver. They should throw the ball a ton. Just see who emerges, see like who has that connection with Dampier. Because we were able to run all over UCLA. Will we be able to do that too? A lot of the Big 12, maybe, but like there's going to be some games where the run game is not working and we really need the receivers to show out. I think getting those live reps here is critical. And I would just love to see that from, Utah fan perspective as well.
Yeah. I mean, the coaches have talked a ton about, when the bullets start flying, when you're in the game, who can you trust? And those are the guys they're going to go with. So this is the perfect game. Give everyone a chance, spread the ball around like crazy. Give everyone a few chances to prove that, they're that guy that Utah can trust in game. So yeah, I mean, going on the defense as well, one thing I'm going to be looking at, seeing how the defensive line specifically performs in this. You would think that this is a matchup where the defensive line could have a really standout day, especially at the D tackle position. I'll be interested to see what the development looks like. I mean, whenever you play an FCS team, it's kind of hard sometimes to separate what you can actually learn. So I think having the context of playing UCLA week one is going to be nice because if someone makes a good play, you can say, okay, that was working at UCLA. That's probably legit. That guy's probably a good player. So yeah, interesting matchup going into that. I mean, covering Cal Poly briefly, Ty Diefenbach had actually a very good week one. He's a sophomore. That was the first game he played on Saturday. 18 of 27, 263 yards, 2 touchdowns. Then 11 carries, 69 yards, 1 touchdown. He's 6'6", seems relatively mobile based on those rushing stats. Seems like a pretty good passer. His main receiving target was Michael Briscoe. This is actually, looking at his stats, this is his 5th year playing. So he's a pretty veteran college football player here. He had a pretty good night with 7 receptions, 110 yards, 2 touchdowns. So that'll be someone as well to look out for.
Too. He's huge. Holy crap.
This team has...
Oh, no, that is that 6'2"?
6'2", not 6'7". Michael Briscoe's 6'2". Their quarterback is 6'6". So it'll be interesting to see that matchup, see who maybe emerges in that coverage, see if that's something that Utah can stop.
Yeah, these games they're so hard to preview because, I mean, it's just not teams that are on the same level, and like I respect Cal Poly for like what they'll probably do at the FCS level. It's just different football. Yeah, I mean, as with every FCS game, we're probably going to see a lot of guys that don't play just because of injury. The starters will probably be pulled pretty quickly. I mean, I feel like that's been what Utah has done for years is, anyone that's slightly banged up is not going to go in this game. And so I think Dampier will go for probably the first half. I'd like to see him light it up, 3-4 passing touchdowns, get the receivers involved, and then, hand it off to either Ficklin or Wilson, depending on the redshirt situation, what the coaches decide to do there.
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be fun to see Rice Eccles hot. I mean, UCLA games gotta hype up the fans to come. Obviously, Rice Eccles is always going to be a team. We're always going to sell it out, and it's going to be a fun game to go see. But home opener against an FCS team, gonna good time too, 4 p.m. I mean, it's going to be right right in the peak where everyone will be able to watch the game. It's gonna be fun. I'll be able to have one of the first fun games watch with my son, and he'll be able to be awake for this one instead of the 9 p.m. game. So we'll be able to have him around and just be exciting. It's great to have Utah football back, and it would be nice to have a really easy game. I mean, no disrespect to Cal Poly. I mean, tenor hit on the head, respect them, but it's just not going to be something we're super concerned about. The only way to start undefeated, the 2-0 is go 1-0. So it's a good win last week, and to start off for Utah, man. It's just Utah's back, and it's so good.
I feel like this is what makes the UCLA game week 1 so exciting. Whereas if you win that game on the road against a P4 competition, you don't mind the FCS game so much because you're still riding high from that UCLA win. You know you're probably going to start. Well, you are going to start 2-0. We're not losing to Cal Poly. Probably 3-0. We're going to beat Wyoming as well, I believe. But it just gives you those weeks of just peak content, peak Utah football stuff. It's just so much fun over these next few weeks to just dissect everything and think about what Utah's going to do in Big 12 play.
I will say one warning to Utah fans: don't let the hype get too out of control. We don't know that much about UCLA. That team could go 1-11. Maybe they have the worst defense in the Power 5 or the Power 4. I don't think that's the case. I think that was a very dominant win, and that was, that meant something for sure. But I know that I'm completely a victim of this. We beat UCLA 43-10. Say we go beat Cal Poly 55-7, and we're like, dude, we have a top 5 offense in the country. We don't know that. You need more data. You can't judge that based off 2 games. So yeah, obviously enjoy it, have fun, but, don't bet the house yet or anything. We need a little bit more data. Texas Tech, Wyoming, that will tell us a bit more about this team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, should we move on into predictions for this game? I assume we're all predicting a Utah win. I can start off here.
Got Cal Poly here.
I'm going to predict 49-10. I think that we're going to play backups on defense a lot of the day. They're going to get 10. I think 49, we're going to take our foot off the gas in the second half. I bet we score 35 in the first half, to be honest with you. 2 touchdowns in the second half, kind of a slow game as we put in the backups. But yeah, 49-10. That's my prediction for Utah over Cal Poly.
I'm going to go 42-7. Just the same thing I had with UCLA at the start of the season. When it comes to before the game starts, I just feel like that'd be a fun game to kind of get hit on the head.
Yeah, my prediction, I'm going to go 55-3 for Utah. I think this will be a pretty dominant game. I mean, predicting one of these, it's mostly just guessing, who's going to get pulled at what point. What's the play call going to look like? I don't know if there's much skill in predicting these scores correctly, but I think 55-3 feels right to me.
That's literally the only reason I do this, to make sure I get these predictions correct.
Yes.
Right.
For sure that's how many points 100%. They're scoring.
Hey, 100%. That's the only reason I do this. I mean, that's why they listen, for these 100% factual predictions for the scores.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think we're in for a good ride for Utah this season. I mean, at minimum, it's going to be a ton of fun. I mean, Dampier's electric. Yeah. That guy's a baller.
Mm-hmm.
Please keep this boy healthy, please.
Yes. Oh, don't even put that out there that he could not be healthy.
Move all the coolers away.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, there better not be a Gatorade cooler on the sideline of this game too. I'll be pissed if I see that.
Yeah, I mean,
it's the same colors, red and green and gold.
Yeah.